This is an excerpt from the book and the presentation called Financially Intact. Making money is easy. Keeping it is the hard part. Today we're going to talk about one of my biggest pet peeves. I think it's a huge pet peeve with many people in America. And that is that famous little thing that happens when you call one of our corporations. First you hear a couple of clicks, and then the next thing you hear is, "We're sorry, but due to heavy call volume." Seriously? Unexpected heavy call volume is what they normally say. I don't believe it. I doubt anybody else in America believes it. It's not unexpected. These corporations have been in business for decades, 40 years or better in many cases. You can't tell me after being in business for that long and having a call center for that long that they don't know almost to an exact number exactly how many calls they're going to get every single day, probably every hour of the day. So it's not unexpected. They're basically lying to us. This is bad in several ways, but you may be thinking right about now, well, how does this have anything to do with identity theft or scams or shams, which is a lot of what the book is about. And it is not related to identity theft, but is somewhat of a sham because they are basically lying to us, and we know that they're lying to us. Wouldn't it be neat if just once you called up one of these corporations after the first couple clicks, the message that came on said instead, "Thank you for calling. We staff our call center with just enough people to where we can answer almost all calls within a 10-minute period of time. We do this in order to keep our prices down, and therefore that helps your pocketbook. So we hope you understand, and we thank you for your patience. We'll be with you in just a minute." Wouldn't that be a refreshing pace? You know, I've never heard anything like that, and yet I certainly would appreciate it because at least at that point in time, I would know that they're telling me the truth. And here's where the problem comes in. This is why it's not identity theft, but it's somewhat of a sham, is because they're not telling us the truth. We are lied to almost every single day of our lives. Almost every single day we are lied to by somebody. We are lied to by the legal profession constantly. We are lied to by Wall Street. We are lied to by our corporations, and we're even lied to by our government. They tell us we're going to get one thing and we get something else. Or they tell us they're not going to do something and sure as heck they turn around and do it anyway. The problem with being lied to on a consistent basis like this is that we become calloused to the lies, to where they don't really bother us anymore. We actually almost expect to be lied to. And that's bad, because once you've accepted a little lie as normal, it's only a few small steps until we get to the bigger lies. So at first we have just little lies, and then because that's basically the normal, we're willing to accept a little bit bigger lie. And eventually that'll become normal, and now we're, conditioned to where we can accept even a bigger lie than that. And this is why it's dangerous, because if we become accustomed to the little lies, then you have your scam artists. Now, scam artists are very good. They know that they have to somehow relate to something that's true, but then they have to stretch it into a different direction. And that's what they do. So they just tell little lies or medium-sized lies. Well, if we're already accustomed to getting the little lies, it's not a very big step to the point where we're going to accept the next one that's just a little bit bigger, and that could be the one that comes from the scam artist. This is just a very, very brief excerpt of what the entire presentation is about. Like I said, I hate seeing people lose money. That is the purpose of the entire book and the entire presentation, is to help people stop losing money. It focuses on identity theft. It focuses on all the scams and the shams, and how many of these shams are being delivered to us by people that we think are giving us correct information. I hope you'll take this seriously. I certainly would love to show you the entire presentation. Please give us a call at your earliest convenience. Thank you.